This is the Aftermarket Radio Network.
Well, hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Auto Repair Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Walker, and today my co-host is Caroline LeGrand, and we're going to be talking about May's marketing. But before we get too far into that, I want to thank our friends at RepairPal for providing this episode. RepairPal will introduce your shop to new customers through RepairPal.com, the largest site for auto repair. Learn more at RepairPal.com/shops. And are you ready to convert clients to members? AppFueled specializes in creating custom apps tailored specifically for auto repair businesses. Build client loyalty. Get started today with your own customer loyalty app. Visit appfueled.com. Hi, Caroline.
Hello, we're coming to you guys live from Vision.
Yeah, today is Wednesday. It is March 5th as we record this, and it's the calm before the storm. If you're watching us on video, you'll see that we're sitting in our booth. The booth isn't set up yet or anything. We got boxes behind us of all the stuff that we've got to set up, but we don't get to do that quite yet. I don't know when setup is. I need to find that out.
I don't know either. We should probably find that out.
We'll be setting up sometime tomorrow, I'm sure. But today we are going to be talking about preparing for May's marketing because we want you to have a month and a half or so to be planning before it's time to actually do that. So Caroline, why don't you bring us in on that?
Yeah, so just our disclaimer we've been making on these episodes. We've been doing these just about every single month, and we will do them every month throughout the whole year. And what we're just talking about are mainly social media ideas, but just some ideas of topics you can talk about in your marketing. And with them, take them with a grain of salt. If you like them, take it and run. If you don't like it, you don't have to use it. We usually go over some general overviews and then get into some really fun, funky days. So starting in May, some of our more general automotive shop topics or overall monthly topics is anything summer related, getting pre-trip inspections going, or it's still kind of tax return season. So anything having to do with getting your taxes done, getting your tax return, and using that on any repairs you've been holding off on or any maintenance needs to be done or modifications if that's what you're doing with tax return.
Yeah, and we've been talking about the whole tax return thing for the last, this will be, I think, 3 months now that we've been talking about that. And this will be the last one, I would think. Not that you couldn't still talk about it in June because some people might still be getting their returns in June, but I think it's kind of played out by the end of May.
I agree, but we do have summer starting, so pre-trip inspections are super important, especially going into the end of May with Memorial Day weekend. And if you're anywhere in the general Southeast, you can talk about hurricane season and getting prepped for that, prepping your vehicle, paperwork, anything around your house, or any just good tidbits you can help advise people if you're in an area that gets hurricanes.
Yeah, because the last thing that you want is for there to be a storm coming in and the car is not ready. It's got some kind of a problem or whatever that's going to keep it from being reliable on the road. So that's a good opportunity to educate people about that.
We also have a couple fun monthly campaign ideas. So it's Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month. This is a great topic from the side of auto repair, talking about how to be safe, whether you're driving a motorcycle or you're driving a regular vehicle, and advising people on how they can stay safe around motorcycles, and Military Appreciation Month. So I know you'll enjoy talking about that one, Brian.
Yeah, that's a great one, just to give back to the people that give so much to us. And you can do that all month long. And this month, when we go through the days, there are a few days that are celebrating like certain groups of people. We've got military and teachers, and I forget who else was in there, but we're going to go over that when we get to it.
We've got all sorts of them. We've got military, teachers, police, nurses, which a lot of shops I feel like year round have discounts that they offer to first responders, teachers, maybe students, people who work in local hospitals or anything like that. So if you are a shop that offers this is a great time to remind people that you offer those things. I would sprinkle that in year round, but if you're not remembering that and then you see this or you hear us talking about it, that's a great time to sprinkle in that kind of information, let people know what sort of benefits they can receive from being a customer of yours.
Yeah, so going into those weeks, a big one, Teacher Appreciation Week. We have a lot of clients and friends in the industry who will do things like go and take some donuts and put them in the teachers' lounge at their local schools, along with like some business cards or rack cards or something like that. So it's a great way to give back to the teachers is to bring them something, and maybe you offer them a discount or something throughout the month. We got the North American Occupational Safety and Health Week. And that is a great one to show just the things that you're doing in your business to make sure that your people are kept safe. And also just to show them the things that you have to deal with when when you're dealing with OSHA and all of that. I mean, I remember in my shop, we had a surprise OSHA inspection once. It was it happened one time in the entire history of my business, but man, they gave us a list of all kinds of stuff that we needed to do. And if that were happening today, I would be talking all about it on social media, all of the improvements and everything that we were doing. And some of those things, as most of you who are listening know, they were absolutely ridiculous what they were asking us to do, but they make the rules, not us. National Pet Week is in May.
We say it every time, you guys.
Yeah.
People love posting pictures of their pet online. Make a Facebook post, say Happy National Pet Day, Happy Tuesday. It doesn't matter what day of the year it is. Drop a comment of your pet, and it'll be your most engaged with post of probably the year.
Yeah, I mean, all of these shops that are out there that have the shop dog. Do we have any that have a shop cat?
I think we may have. I know I've seen some. I don't know if we work with anybody that does, but if you do, please let us know.
You got to be careful with that because of allergies. I don't know a lot of people that are allergic to dogs, but
That would be sad.
yeah, it would be. But all of those shops that have the shop dogs, those dogs are famous.
Oh, yeah. I remember Haley and I were teaching a class at STX earlier this year, and we had an example of a client social media post that was talking about getting to know their team. And there's a picture of the dog on the post example, and somebody in the class goes, "Oh my gosh, that's Milo. I know him," and knew the shop owner, knew the dog, and was good friends with them. Lives like states away, but knew him. And so they're famous to your community. They're famous within the automotive industry sometimes. And people love seeing that. So talk about those shop dogs, shop pets, and get people engaged.
Yeah. And then we've got Small Business Week, National Police Week, National Nurses Week. All of these things happen in May. So again, we talked about this before. Don't try to do all of them. You pick, 1, 2, maybe 3 things that you're going to do throughout the month. Hopefully the ones that have some kind of a personal meaning to you or to someone on your team, and go all out on those. But don't try to do all of these things that we're talking about.
It would be a lot to have Teacher Appreciation Week and Police Week and Nurses Week and Small Business Week. There's all of those in May.
Military Appreciation Month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take an idea from those, and maybe you pick the industries or professions or organizations that are near and dear to your heart in your shop, and 1 week out of every month of the year, you do something for them instead. And it may not always be nurses and police and first responders and teachers, but what's important to you, take those ideas and make them work for you.
Yeah. So now we're going to get into those fun days of the year. And I've got some that are my favorite. Caroline's got some that are hers. I'll start off with one of the first ones is Learn to Ride a Bike Day, which we've got it down here as May 1st. Again, if we ever do give you a date, go double check it because sometimes it changes from year to year. Sometimes it's like the first Monday of the month, and so go check daysoftheyear.com, nationaldayscalendar.com. And get the exact date for the year, because you might be listening to this in 2026, 27, 28, who knows? The dates change. But anyway, Learn to Ride a Bike Day. A great thing that you can do with that is invite parents to bring once their kid learns to ride the bike, invite them to bring the bike to the shop, and you'll take the training wheels off for them or something like that.
That is very cool.
Just fun little ideas like that.
We've also got the National Skilled Trades Day, which is very relevant for the automotive industry, talking about the certifications and the skills, just like if we're talking about OSHA, the safety requirements and what needs to happen within the shop to remain safe for customers and staff. But same thing, what does it actually take to be a technician? What does it take to own a shop? And what skills are associated with that? I know we've seen people too that bring in shop owners who bring in the Girls and Boy Scouts and have them change tires, learn how to do things. So maybe this is something to host an event at your shop, having younger people in your community come in to learn about what it would be like to work in a skilled trade or to work in STEM or anything like that.
Yeah, and for something like this, look at what like the Micro Foundation has going on, because they're going to be all over this. I mean, Mike is a champion for all of the skilled trades, including auto repair. So, go see what they're doing, and you might be able to just kind of play off of some of that, share some of the things, that they've got going on. But if you have some things that you're doing specifically in your shop with apprenticeship programs, or, if you're one of those people who sits on the board of your, local trade school or, something like that, obviously great things to share about. Write a review day. That's a good way to ask people for reviews, to just put it out there and say, hey, if you have had great service from us, then go write a review.
Please leave us a review and highlight some of your great reviews. We've also got, everybody knows about May the 4th, Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. If you love Star Wars, I have not watched all of the movies or many of them, but if you love Star Wars, that's a great thing to post about. We also, honorable mention for Cinco de Mayo. Maybe you don't have a margarita party because OSHA might come, but you can have a taco party for Cinco de Mayo. And
hey,
yeah.
Yes, you definitely have to be careful with how you do this, but Kim did have a margarita delivered to her. That was during Christmas.
That wasn't
probably
a repair shop.
Definitely not. Yeah, nobody was driving or anything. That had to have been around 2017, 2018, something like that. And we do the white elephant gift thing for like a certain number of days in a row, or we did back then. We do it a little bit different now. And JR was Kim's Secret Santa. Yeah, Secret Santa, not white elephant. JR was Kim's Secret Santa, and he had a margarita delivered from the Mexican restaurant that was literally 2 doors down from where our office was before we were remote. So
I would have loved to work there that day. I wasn't part of the company yet, but that would have been a great day.
Yeah, Kim is a cheap date, so it doesn't take much margarita for her to start getting funny.
Or a lemon drop martini.
Yeah, for sure. All right, National Odometer Day is May 12th. I don't know what the heck you would do with this.
Oh, I've done it before.
What do you do?
We posted on a client's page, just whoever has the highest and lowest odometer pretty much wins a prize. Maybe you win bragging rights, maybe you get a discount, but it has to actually be your car, which I know that is probably hard to find or hard to tell if you're being truthful with that or not. But just, hey, take a picture of your odometer and post it in the comments, and maybe we'll give something to whoever has the highest odometer or highest amount of miles or lowest amount of miles on their vehicle.
Yeah, that's fun.
Good way to get people engaged and realize what their mileage is. Maybe they look at their mileage and then they're like, oh, wait, I'm due for an oil change. Every time I just catch a glance of my odometer, I'm like, oh, wait, am I ready for an oil change? And I keep looking back up to the sticker to see. So,
yeah,
gets you looking at it.
All right, this is one that I want to see what people do with. And I throw this out there sometimes. It's like, if you do this, send us pictures and we'll send you something. I don't know what.
Did anybody do a cow in an airplane?
No, nobody did.
Wow.
No, I mean, that's such a lost opportunity.
Y'all better get to it.
But this one is National Lost Sock Memorial Day. Come on, somebody's got to have something fun to do with that. I don't know how you're going to tie it into auto repair, but let's see the creativity roll.
I'm curious to see what you guys do with it too. We also have, we talked a little bit about how National Military Appreciation is throughout the whole month, but we also have on the Friday before Mother's Day, National Military Spouse Appreciation Day. And I know specifically, we've talked to shop owners who say that the military wife, military mom Facebook groups that they are in, are where some of their biggest clientele is from, that they'll get involved in those groups. It's just like showing up at the soccer field and having a sponsorship out there if you know that soccer moms are your ideal customer. But for those of you, especially if you live close to a base or you know that there's a heavy military family presence in your community, that is a great thing to do. Give them some appreciation, give them some acknowledgement. Maybe they just get a discount that day. It's also right before Mother's Day, though, so it could very easily be tied in to Mother's Day, which is something that can be done all month long during May, because the moms are worth celebrating all month long.
Yeah, for sure. All right. National Dance Like a Chicken Day. I know some people, look, I'm going to call out Benji Burris, Callie Grace. You listening? You're listening, right, Callie Grace?
We want a video of Benji doing the chicken dance.
I know that Benji and his team are going to be doing the chicken dance on National Dance Like a Chicken Day. It's sometime in May. I don't have the date here, but go look it up. daysoftheyear.com. Callie Grace, I'm depending on you for this.
We need this.
Yeah.
We've also got Check Your Wipers Day. Great thing talking about going into summer, pre-trip inspections, getting ready for all of your summer travels or hurricane prep at least. Checking your wipers, making sure you've got fluid, making sure they work for when those summer storms come, that your vehicle, that you can see behind the windshield.
Well, you and I don't have to deal with this much, Caroline, because, we're in Louisiana. But people who live in areas where their windshield freezes a lot or where there's a lot of snow, it's terrible on a set of windshield wipers, because a lot of people will just go out to the car, it's got ice on the windshield, and they're like, let me turn on the heater and turn on my windshield wipers and go back inside. And those wipers are sitting there rubbing over the ice, getting destroyed. So May is a great time for that, and it's another one, to educate your clients on, because otherwise what's going to happen? They're going to be driving, they're going to get into those May showers, because we know that April
showers
bring May flowers. See, I'm screwing it up. I'm like Kim over here right now.
Mixing up the phrases.
Yeah.
That explains why my boyfriend made me open my windshield wipers when it did snow in Louisiana a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't know why you're doing that, but aren't they going to break if it's windy? But that does make sense.
Yeah. So anyway, you don't want them to find out while they're driving down the highway and they get into a rainstorm. They can swing by your shop. You can check it out for them real quick. And who knows? Maybe you can go do a DVI while the car is in and you get something more than just the windshield wipers. Now, here's the one that y'all are all going to love, because y'all won't shut up about it in all of the Facebook groups. National Pizza Party Day is the third Friday in May.
So every one of y'all that makes posts about it in every Facebook group talking about how that's what nobody wants, there's a whole day dedicated to it. And to be fair, we do send the most engaged person in our auto repair marketing mastermind Facebook group lunch once a month, whoever the most engaged person is.
Yep.
And
what do they always ask
What do
for?
they always ask for? Because we will send you what you ask for. Everybody asks for pizza.
Mm-hmm. All right, the next one is Armed Forces Day, which is the third Saturday of May, and kind of the same thing. It's Military Appreciation Month. I don't need to tell you what to do with that. You know exactly what to do with that. Get creative and have some fun with it, and honor those who do so much for us.
Same thing applies there. It's not usually we kind of go in somewhat order here, but we've also got Memorial Day in May, so same thing applies. Kim is the one that always reminds us, do not say Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service, or something along those lines. It is not a happy day.
Yeah, well, so Memorial Day is honoring those who have died. Veterans Day, you can say Happy Veterans Day, because that is for the veterans who are still alive. But Memorial Day, it's not a happy day. It's a solemn day. It is we all go do our barbecues and all of that stuff on Memorial Day, head to the beach and all of that. But that's really not what it's about. So it's not Happy Memorial Day. National Road Trip Day. It's like I said, everybody goes to the beach.
Friday before Memorial Day so that's one of those ones that the day changes, or the date changes, but the day doesn't. Always the Friday before Memorial Day. Talking about pre-trip inspections, talking about what do you need on a road trip, teach them all month long how to prepare for a road trip, especially those who have never done one before. They're coming home from college, they're going out with friends, they're doing all sorts of things. How do you prep for a road trip?
That is the key. What Caroline said is teach them all month long, because you don't want to start teaching them the Friday before Memorial Day when they're about to leave in their vehicle, because once they go on their trip and they get back, out of sight, out of mind again.
Exactly.
Nah, go ahead.
I was going to let you take that one.
The National Rescue Dog Day?
Yeah.
Yep. So, look, how many of those shop dogs are rescue dogs? How many of your techs have rescue dogs? We have always had a rescue dog, and right now is the first time that we don't, and I'm kind of ashamed that one of our dogs is not a rescue dog, but rescue dogs are awesome. People love pets.
I have a rescue cat.
Do the thing. A rescue cat? Cats don't need to be rescued. They are completely self-sufficient.
Mine did. We've also got, towards the end of the month, shouting out to all of our marketing people. We've got World Marketing Day and Web Designer Day. So if you've got great marketing, whether you do it yourself or you work with somebody, if you love your website,
go brag on it.
Brag on it. We just y'all just released a podcast today about how to do a humble brag. We're telling you to brag about this, though.
Yeah, and look, this is okay. It's a little bit self-serving, yes, but go brag on the other companies that are out there too, because a lot of y'all that are listening, you're not necessarily Shop Marketing Pros clients. Go brag on Auto Shop Solutions. Go brag on Kukui. Go brag on Lyft. Go brag on Turnkey. Go brag on all of them. They're great companies.
If they're doing good work, brag on them.
Yep. All right. You want to talk about these campaign ideas?
Yeah, we touched on these a little bit on some of the days and months, but got some other just larger campaign ideas. One is all month long, a salute to service campaign where you can honor military first responders in honor of Military Appreciation Month, offering exclusive discounts for them, or if you already offer a discount, maybe just making sure that they're aware of it, making sure that you ask every person as they're bringing their vehicle in or checking out if they are a first responder or in the military or a veteran, anything like that. Or go bigger, do a larger event. I know usually during November, somebody does a huge Veterans Day event and like gives them haircuts and provides oil changes for them. I can't think of who it is, but
I don't.
there's somebody I know. I mean, I feel like May and November are the big months for military related things, or whether it's veterans or active military. So go all out, anything that makes sense for you to do in your shop. And so many shops and shop owners or technicians are also veterans and have served. So make sure when you are honoring the people who are your customers and people in your community, that if there are people in your shop who are also active or veterans of the armed forces, that you're showing them off on your social media too, if they want to be shown, and saying thank you to them.
All right. Paws and Pistons, based around National Pet Week. Now, this is okay. So y'all are getting a little glimpse into what our messaging team gets together and talks about, because Paws and Pistons is not like that's something that the messaging team came up with and promotes for our clients. So we're giving you a little sneak peek into what we do, and you can take it and run with it too. So National Pet Week, doing the auto checkup specials, combining the love of pets and auto care. So bring your vehicle in for a checkup, and when somebody brings their vehicle in for a checkup, you can donate a percentage of the service, to your local animal shelter or something like that.
Or you can do a drive to raise not funds, but materials or whatever is needed at your local shelter if they need towels or blanket or dog food or anything like that. I also know, I want to say it might be Girlington Garage. If you bring your pet with you when you go to pick up your car, they also have a couple shop dogs inside, and as long as your pet is friendly, you can bring it inside and let the animals say hi and kind of have a little play date while you're picking up your vehicle. So
look, we visited Girlington Garage. Gosh, it's probably been two years. It might be 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, when we did that, and when we went in there, one of their shop dogs, and I say it was actually one of their technicians' dogs, and that dog comes and hangs out at the shop. And when that dog's dad walked in, the dog went nuts. I mean, kind of like Dutton, Dutton jumps. So I have a red lab
Not a rescue.
named Dutton, not a rescue. And Dutton, we should have named him Tigger because he jumps like Tigger, from Winnie the Pooh. He hops. And when he does it, this dog will be staring you eye to eye. Like he can lick you on the forehead when he's hopping. It's crazy. Well, that is exactly what this dog did. But the joy in that dog
when he jumps,
when Dad walked in,
that
was just, it was the best.
We also, like we mentioned already, prepping all month long for Road Trip Day, teaching people what they need to be doing, celebrating your technicians and the skilled trades all month long, and motorcycle safety all month long. Those are some of the other major campaigns we have. But any of these days that we discuss, even if you're pizza party day, and if that's what you just love and everybody in your shop loves pizza, talk about it all month long as it makes sense. Not every single thing that you post about on your social media has to relate to auto repair. Ideally, it relates to you as a owner or somebody on your team, that it's somewhat personable, because we want to have marketing that helps people know, like, and trust you. But it doesn't always have to relate back to like, and here's why you need an oil change, and here's why you should get your brakes checked by us. But give people value, give people things that they can engage with. And if that's every week somebody gets on a video and talks about their favorite local pizza joint and what they order from there because it's pizza party day, one day out of the month, then that's what gets people engaged. That's what gets your team involved and on video. That's what gets people watching the videos and commenting on social media. So do what works, do what you like, and get people involved so that they can be engaged.
Look, we have our Facebook group, the Auto Repair Marketing Mastermind. Make sure that you go join that Facebook group. You do not have to be a client of Shop Marketing Pros. It's something that somebody thought and was I had invited them to come to the group in person, and they were like, "Yeah, but I'm not a client." It's like, well, you don't have to be a client. We've got over 2,000 members in there. We don't have 2,000 clients. But come join the group, the Auto Repair Marketing Mastermind on Facebook. And when I say that I want to see what you're doing with this stuff, I'm serious. It brings me actual joy to see what people take and run with and go put into place themselves. So I'd love to see it. Want to thank our sponsors again for allowing us to do this, and that is RepairPal and AppFueled. We are just one of a handful of podcasts on the Aftermarket Radio Network. You can find the others at aftermarketradionetwork.com. I hope that you'll listen in again next week. And until then, go fill those bays.